Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Hopefully everybody's doing well today. Today I want to talk about a couple of things. My friend at POD, he's got a website, YouTube, it's POD. You guys check him out, Pod. Kind of reminded me of something this morning. He sent me an email about 7162 form, and we were just talking in general. And, I realized that mine was turned in November, and it was received in November. And so, how do you know they processed that form so you make sure you get a check in February the 1st or whenever you get your check? So, there's things that you can do that to make sure that they are processing it. Another way you can do it is I'll find the number here in Philippines that you can actually fax it. If you're unsure of and you send it to the States and you feel uncomfortable and you're not really sure that they got your form, another thing you can do is fax the form. Once you fax it to them, on the front cover page, you need to put, please process ASAP and confirm you processed it. And so what they'll do is, how I did it is I have fax on the phone. So I faxed it, and then I got an email back because I left my email, and they said, yes, processed. So because they have an app, you can fax stuff. It's amazing what you can do with these phones now. So I didn't want to go to town and fax it, even though I have a fax phone, copier, the whole 9 yards in the room. But it's a pain. I don't have a hard line here. So what you got to do is cover the bases, 7162, or you may not get a check. Many guys didn't get a check. Some guys got their checks in October, guys. Can you imagine from February to October, and they finally sent you a check? Of course, you get all the back pay and everything, but trying to survive. Could you imagine? I could not imagine. Do I need? Yes. There is not a person that I know of, there's many, that doesn't need to get that cash coming in, at least some kind of influx to back up for hard times. A lot of guys have the money in the bank that you can have, the whatever amount of money that you pull out, $1,000, $2,000 to get you through the month. So, but then on the other hand, a lot of guys depend on those checks, obviously, and include myself. So I wanted to tell the guys about that. So I will leave a link in this, in my description or in my comments section, that you guys can fax it. I've done that. I did that last year. Luckily I did, because I did send it to US. It says it was processed, and it was not. And they let me know that in Manila. It was not processed, but it is now. Thank you. All right, so another thing I want to talk about is a lot of guys are asking me now, since Tim K went back to the States with Chrissy, and some of the guys are asking me, how do I get a visa, and how are you guys doing on your visa? Now, Tim mentioned it takes a 3-4 year process. It seems to be that way, 3 to 4 years from the time you submit the paperwork and get the paperwork in. And people don't really realize that before it was 6-7 months. Now it's a little bit longer and longer and longer. I have a good friend, Tom Shipman, you guys know, he's still waiting. He's just waiting, everything's approved and everybody's waiting. He's waiting for the interview. So, and he's been waiting for months. And so hopefully he'll get that interview soon. I've been praying he gets it, because I'm right behind him on his, on the processing times. So Rapid Visa is one I use. You can pay them monthly. You can pay them as you go. I paid them as I go. I didn't pay monthly, but you can pay them whatever, $300-400 a month for the period of time and go on. So if you don't have the funds to do it, they'll finance it for you, which is a good option. It's really nice to know that they'll do that for you. They're owned now by Boundless. Boundless is a big company. They have attorneys, and so if there happens to be a little conflict in there, you can reach out from them to Boundless. I asked about that originally, and they said yes, you can. So if there happens to be a problem with immigration, you can reach out to Boundless if you sign up with them, or sign up with Boundless. It doesn't matter. It's the same price. And it's not like they charge these large exorbitant fees, guys. The fees are $400 or $500, like that. Maybe more now. I don't know. This is when I file mine back. So we're just waiting like everybody else. So Rapid Visa, you can pay monthly on it, and it gives you the availability to, fill it out, make sure. And I use them because they make sure you dotted your I's and crossed your T's for me. And thank goodness I did. I accidentally went back in and did some stuff and changed it and this, that, and other. And I did not put the right zip code and the right address. Oh my goodness, that is a no-no. That will cause the system to shut down and they'll restart again. Could cost another year. There are guys that filled out use Rapid and they've been there in the States. CR1, IR1 is one we're going for. K1 is when you bring your fiance to the States and marry there. So it costs the same, I think. But the difference is with CR1, IR1, they get a green card once they hit the ground there. In other words, this comes with a green card. So when they get there, they can go to work if they want to. The K1, you got to apply for the green card. And that's a process. That can take a year itself. So there you go. So you feast or famine. K1, they say, is a little bit quicker getting people there. At one time, CR1, IR1 was the best. That's the one I wanted to take. And at that time. But remember, I wanted to go in 2018. We were coming there in 2018. People says, well, why? It's like now you're going now. I said, no, we're coming there in 2018. Right there where COVID was getting its things going on. And I already paid $1,500 up front to go to the U.S. and I put a pause on it. I didn't do anything, even though I paid the money, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just wanted to let it go the process. Even if it took the whole time of COVID, at least they would probably be there in the States now because of my stupidity. And it's stupidity on my part. Why put a stop on something when something was going anyway? And what I mean stop, they need some more information from me and I just didn't do it. Why I didn't do it? I have no idea. I think I was more worried about the COVID and I was sick at the time. I was sick probably 6 months, 5 to 6 months there when I got the COVID. Or got over it quick. Ruth got over it fairly within a couple of months. But me, it was a little bit longer because it lingered on with me. Don't know why, but it did. So it's a 7162, and the visa is usually the best thing I want to talk about today because 7162 guys are asking me now, and it's very nice to know that if you get it in now, you're still safe. I mean, I remember January the 15th, I got mine in. So, yeah, when I faxed it in because I was getting nervous because I wasn't getting any, because I'd sent it in and they said received it, but they never processed it. So, you can never take things for granted, right? Just like here in the Philippines. I wanted to make sure that was processed, and finally they got tired of me faxing them sheets of paper, and they says yes, processed back, and I got it back, email back. So I want to thank everybody for always watching my videos, and I want to thank you so much for coming on our channel. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures.